and welcome to Ace Run Pro's coverage of the 2020 Hub City Halloween Open in Spartanburg, South Carolina. This event is sponsored by the Great Courses of South Carolina, with coverage sponsored by Great Courses of South Carolina and Infinite Discs. This is Vern Weygandt from Great Courses, and I'm joined today by Deann Carey, sponsored by Innova Champion Discs.
Hello, this is round 1, back 9 on Pipeline course. This is the first day feature card, which includes Ricky Wysocki, sponsored by Innova, Michael Johansen, sponsored by Discraft, Chris Dickerson, sponsored by Prodigy, and Evan Scott, sponsored by Down South Disc.
And we got from the first half, Wysocki and Dickerson are tied at 6 under. MJ is at -3, and Evan's holding his own at even. Reminder for those folks that may be seeing this part first, Evan is 15, playing with some legends of our sport, so man, it's good stuff there. Hole 10, par 4, 500 feet of Carolina Woods devilishness. You got to come off the tee here and make it through these uprights, and then it just weaves around through more trees, and you've guessed it, more trees. But if you can follow the line of green, it takes you right to the basket. That's still a lot of work to do. This hole actually saw 3.7% eagles, and we had a number of birdies here, about 38%, but there were a number of bogeys as well. Dickerson up first on the tee. Wow. This is certainly a hole. If you don't hear any sounds, then it's probably good.
All you want to hear is it hitting the ground.
All right. Ricky ended up on the left, but there's actually a secondary line to the basket over there if he got far enough. Yeah, it's one of the sounds you don't want to hear. And MJ called it off the tee. Little kick there at the end, but it's still not bad.
See MJ's scramble skills on this hole.
That's one of the things he's known for. I've got a disc golf friend that says trees are only 90% air. Holy cow, of course. He's just going to throw it up in the air, find this magic line, and pop down right outside the circle. That works. Ricky in a little bit of the rough, it doesn't matter. He's going to go right to the basket anyhow. Little small twig redirection there towards the end. Certainly he can put that one though.
That's such a good spot to land.
This is prime eagle position here. Oh, right past it.
Alright, perfect.
Excellent par save. Wow, rifles it in there. Evan is not scared of the basket. With small exception, these guys have made this hole look like it's like kids' work. No offense to Evan, he made it look like it was even younger kids' work. You know, does Dickerson putt with P2s? Is that what he uses?
I'm not 100% sure, but whatever it is, it works for him.
Amen. Wow, great job on this hole. We got Wysocki and Dickerson to 7 under, Johansen 3 under, and Evan is back down under par at -1. Hole 11 at Pipeline, 399 feet, par 3. This is one of the most beautiful holes on our courses here in Spartanburg. Thrown from the top of a hill up here, and this is really, for the most part, a forehand shot if you're a forehand player. And you want to get, there's a bushy tree that's here on the right, you want to get right in through this gap and then skip it towards the basket. And if you don't have a forehand, like your boy, then you want to do a backhand turnover and cross your fingers and hope that you get through there.
I think this is one of my favorite holes on this course.
You get down there and you hear the creek running, and it's so beautiful. Here's Wysocki, one of the better forehand players in the sport. That's where you want it. Whoa! Holy cow! That was inches away from ringing one up. I don't know if this one's been aced, or if it has, how often it's been aced. I've not heard of one.
But now it's actually more aceable since the basket is lowered.
That's true. If you're watching this footage and you remember the early days of Pipeline, it used to be in a stump and it was a little bit higher, and fortunately the stump kind of rotted away and we had to replace it. There's a backhand at it. Hit one last minute tree, but the backhands that I've seen, if you throw it high and you aim at that big tree, you're probably going to be okay. Good recovery by Evan. That can be tough over there. No big deal for MJ. It's amazing. These guys run at this stuff with no fear. Running river in the background, who cares?
It was a great par save.
Good to hear those words of encouragement from Ricky.
Ricky making it look easy.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. This hole actually finished a little bit above par. Had 11% birdies, but there were 11% bogeys and some doubles on this hole as well. All right, Ricky taking a one-stroke lead by just almost acing hole 11. Hole 12, the companion to hole 11 down by the creek / river. Another one of the most beautiful holes down here. Par 3. Again, trying to make it through a 2-tree gap here. That seems to be the theme here at Pipeline. You find 2 trees, and if you can make it through past those, then you're going to be good. So, what is your strategy on this hole?
On this hole, I try to throw something as straight as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a hole that I take out my Kona Panis Emperor.
Shout out there.
And I just try to aim at that small tree that he is passing right now, and try to get it to go straight. Maybe a little bit of fade at the end.
Nice. I think Ricky threw a Firebird on this one the other day during his practice round. If you can beat that tree. That's the tree you were talking about, Deann. If you can beat that one, then you're golden. Sneaking right up there. Yeah, it's tough over there. There's some nasty briars and things.
Great upshot.
Puts it right there at the basket. A lot of what's in front of MJ is very small and you can't see it on camera here, but there are a lot of briars. It looked like there might have been a shot to his left, but I promise you there was not.
Yeah, it's pretty tough in there.
He wanted that one too. You can hear him kind of mumbling to himself.
See if Evan can get it.
Oh, he was getting ready to pick up his mini. I think he thought he had that one. There were a number of birdies on this hole, but we didn't see any from the lead card today. Good par saves though, especially by MJ, who was over there in no man's land. Got Dickerson at -9, Ricky at -8, MJ at -3, and Evan at 1 down. Hole 13. This is another one that you're looking at 228 feet. Seems super easy on paper, and just looking at the tee sign. Deann shaking her head no. Yeah, this is again Tree City. The entire hole is on a big slope, and if something goes wrong, you're down in a bad way.
I think this one's just a poke and pray type of hole.
It actually is. Because if you, I mean, it seems coming off the tee you want to put this big hyzer at it, but there's so much to get through.
If you just throw something straight and get it up there on the right side. Basically what he did.
But if you watch that disc, he missed so much coming through there. If you notice, a lot of these guys are coming diagonally at the tee. They're starting off the tee, and then Dickerson's just going to stand there.
Another great shot.
Evan didn't like that one. However,
It still ended up pretty good.
yeah, it was a Christmas bonus there. MJ talking to it, but I think it still came out fine. Not completely the putt that you want with the death downhill there, but it'll be fine.
And you can't tell it on video, but this basket is actually a little shorter than most baskets are.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's funny because I think they're on their third time of taking it out of the ground and replacing the cement underneath. It just likes to sink. MJ with another no look there for the birdie. Yep, these guys are cleaning up quite nicely. This one played a little bit under par. Averaged 2.7 strokes. Lots of birdies on it. Yep, Ricky at -9, Dickerson -8, Johansen at 4 under, and Evan now at 2 under. Yeah, keep going, buddy. Hole 14, 390 feet, par 3. This one actually has 2 pin positions. There's a short pin position at the next to the bottom of the hill, and then a long pin position that we put in late summer this year. For this, we took out the short basket that you'll see in the coverage here, and the pros are playing to the long basket here down at the bottom. And this is again a Carolina Woods tunnel shot, and the basket is slightly raised there at the end.
Fun fact about this hole.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that it was lengthened until after I threw my shot.
Yikes.
It still worked out pretty good.
Stand up.
Wow. An amazing shot. When he first threw it, I thought he threw it maybe too high, but I mean, it popped right down there. Do you throw high or low on this one?
I throw lower just because of the elevation drop at the end.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thought it was a fighter there. Looks like he's on the next to the last level down before the bottom where the basket's at. Evan not happy with that one, unfortunately.
The trusty Comet just sliding down there.
Yeah, no kidding. That thing sounded like a jet when it took off, too. You see the logo on the back of Evan's shirt, that's Down South Discs. Shout out to Ryan Ish Omer, sponsor for Evan, a lot of other young players around the South Carolina area. Dickerson have to play commando here and poke out of the bushes. That's a long putt. Fortunately, he likes long putts.
Yep.
Man, excellent save. Do you change your putting strategy at all when you're putting on a raised basket?
I just aim higher. So I aim at the band instead of at the chains.
Oh, I gotcha. Ooh. Unfortunate splash out there at the left-hand side. Ricky on a birdie there. Evan with the excellent save. He hit some early tree up there, and this is a good save for him. I was looking back, speaking of Evan, at some of the past rounds of the course here, and I think it was during our summer league. I think he shot a 9 down on this course. Ricky shooting 10 down right now. Hole 15, 198 feet, par 3. This one is an ace run. But surprise, surprise, guess what you're going to have to do to get to this basket? Go through a couple trees. So on a course like this, where things are you've got so many difficult holes, and you've got one that's kind of I consider this one to be a gimme. Do you feel like holes like this have a place on a course?
Oh, very much so. Because you don't want to go up to every hole and be like, man, I can't get these. These holes, they're really good, and they bump up your confidence when you do get them.
Ricky got a little sneaky there. I think he took a wide line and got past a couple trees. That could have ended up bad. Maybe a little flash of the ring there. So smooth. Yeah, we're just gonna put it right there at the basket, like nobody's business. And there we go. We got 3 discs right there at the basket. Boom, got it.
We might have another star birdie.
I think it's coming our way. This hole actually played as one of the easiest holes of the day, not surprisingly. 57.4% birdies on the day. But we actually had a few, about a 2% bogey rate on this one too. If you hit a bad tree, it's going to be, you're in for a tough time. Evan got in a fight with his bag and still made his putt there, so good job. So here's another fun fact. Up to this point in the history of all the PDGA events we've had here at Pipeline, the record was 11 under.
Hi, this is Dave Felberg, the 2008 Disc Golf World Champion, and I'm here today to talk to you about Pro Pool and their training products. I used to be a dipper. Some people are rounders. To break that habit, you need a Pro Pool. You hook it up to a wall or tree, it'll break your habit. New release, practice poles. You put them together, you stick them in the ground, there's a flag on top, you throw around them, help you accuracy, prepare for your tournament without having to go to the course. This has been Dave Felberg with Pro Pool Disc Golf. Go to propooldiscgolf.com and try our products today.
Hole 16, 513 feet, par 4. Now we get into the final stretch of the Pipeline, and this is kind of one of the gauntlets here. 3 difficult par 4s up to the end here, and this one, some feel that it's the most difficult. You got to have a turnover that flattens out and maybe comes back to the left here at the very end, if you want to land right here where those pipes are at, and then a forehand or a backhand up here towards the basket, and if you get up the hill here about where the bridge is at, then you're probably putting for a 3. But it's not often seen. It's seen if you do that though. What a shot. Did you do forehand or backhand off the tee here?
Backhand. It is tricky though because you don't want to go down the hill too much without fading back because you don't want to be close to the right side of the tree line.
Oh yeah.
Because then you don't have a shot to the basket at all.
Right. There's a lot of open territory here, but if you get in any of these trees, then it's bad times.
There you go. Good shot. Good work, man.
Wow, 3 excellent shots. Evan basically putting his disc right there on top of Ricky's. I believe it's that banger again.
Yeah.
Did it become invisible?
I don't think he got all the way out.
Oh, yeah, I see him back there. He's out now. Wow. I didn't hear that one hit a tree. Yeah, that nest of trees hanging over the fairway there, they can be trouble too. Stop your progress. Yeah, Evan got him as well.
And on approaching on this hole, you want to make sure that you're going basically longer of the basket because if you're short, you have to deal with that cliff going down the hill.
Oh yeah.
And Ricky just showing us how it's done.
Yeah, you kidding me? That's, wow. It's like he was listening to you as he threw. He's like, okay, I'm gonna do that, Deann. And 3 out of 4 people in this card got snagged by those disc-eating trees there on the left-hand side. For those of you that don't know this course, what Deann was talking about, to the right of the basket, your left now, behind the basket, there's a steep downhill bog at the bottom here, and it goes downhill fast. I've seen a number of discs land up here and then roll, and it's not good. I think Evan wanted that one really bad. I gotta wonder, seeing him play out here so much, if he's thinking in the back of his mind how well he shot out here before. And he's like, oh man, I've got -8, -9 here. It's a little bit different when you're playing with champions and legends.
And being filmed on top of that.
Exactly. Ricky, 12 under. The new course record with 2 holes to go. Hole 17 is another beautiful shot here. You're coming off an elevated tee pad down a steep cliff, and you've just got some trees to get through. Once you get past off the tee here, it's this set of trees right here. These are the trouble ones. If you can get past them, you're probably going to be okay, and if you get enough distance, then you're going to have a look at a 3. You think this is a 3 or a 4?
That's tough to say. I really think it's a 4, just because of how demanding the tee shot is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't throw it just perfect, I've seen a lot just go over into the right side.
Oh yeah.
I like the sidearm play.
Wow.
Looks like we're gonna have another one.
Yeah, I don't know that Ricky liked his sidearm. He was trying to talk to it there at the end, and he hit the tree. Go down there.
He just snuck right past that tree.
That disc got really skinny there for a second.
You didn't see that one?
Oh man, such a good shot. I mentioned this on the front nine, but seeing MJ play this course was one of my life goals. I tell you, he is not disappointing with a shot like that. Ricky trying to get a skip-in eagle. That was one of his various pigs. Yep, confirmed. They've been getting it. So here's a neat little trivia thing. We have a great relationship with Spartanburg Parks, who put these courses in with Innova's Russell Schwartz, and they take immaculate care of the courses here. Over Dickerson hitting that last-minute tree. They even went through a couple months ahead of time and reseeded many of these fairways on all the courses.
It's really nice to see a parks department help out with the courses. You don't see that very often.
No. I know some clubs that have almost contentious relationships with their parks departments, and we are super fortunate to have Spartanburg Parks on our side. MJ cleaned up the birdie. Didn't quite get the eagle, though he was in eagle hunting territory, that's for certain. Yep. Hole 17 ended up playing right a little bit under par, and we had a couple eagles on the day. Big Germ got an eagle, Brian Prana and Peter Van Brussel. Hole 18, final hole of the round here, 420 feet, par 4. This is another one it's tricky. Pretty clean open shot here, but there's a nest of trees here in the middle of this hill. If you can get to the right or left of them, then you're good to go, and you'll probably have a good look at the 3. But if you don't get past them, then it's trouble. And then again, you got a super guarded green up here too, with a little gully behind the basket. Good to see Evan with a smile on his face. I don't know if that's like, I feel good at my round, or thank goodness this round's done. Okay. Just put it most of the way there. That'll make this hole easy. Looking at an eagle. Definite birdie. It's a good way to end a round. I think it went quite far as Evan wanted, but I mean, he's still in a good spot.
Looks like he early released that just a hair.
Yeah, I don't know that it went the exact direction he wanted it. I agree with that. Doesn't matter, he's up there in a circle. Is this another one you threw your Kona Emperor on?
I did. It faded out just a little bit, but it was in pretty good position.
Nice. Wow, speaking of being in position.
Oh, and that roll.
That's some champ love right there. Gonna roll at the basket. And don't forget, a few seconds ago, Ricky was in trouble. Yeah, no big deal.
This is definitely a hole that if I'm going to be off of the fairway at all, I definitely want to be on the left side of the fairway.
Yeah.
You got to throw it.
Evan giving himself a hard time, but still puts it right at the basket. Here's what you were talking about a minute ago, not being on a hill. Sit down fine for a birdie, but yeah, you definitely don't want an eagle putt to be on the side of the hill.
No, to land it just right on that hill, it's a tough shot.
MJ cashing in that birdie. Ricky doing the same.
14 down.
Wow, that is good luck to everybody that ever plays Pipeline. That's a tough score to beat. And I feel like he left a couple out there.
Only 4?
Yeah. Your math is good, I see. Well, nicely done by these guys. Just an amazing round, especially by Wysocki, but kudos to everybody. Again, I know I've mentioned his name a lot, but man, big shout out to Evan Scott finishing 5 down and hanging with these guys. Ricky at 14 under, Dickerson right behind him at 13 under, and Johansen at 8 under. Just what a fun time. Thanks and shout out to some people. Thanks again to Great Courses of South Carolina, Infinite Discs, and Pro Pool for supporting Ace Run Pro and the coverage. Thanks to the folks on Patreon for supporting Ace Run Pro. If you've got some extra bucks hanging around, it's a good way to support disc golf. We watch coverage for free on a regular basis, so it's nice to give these guys some money to keep supporting them. Like, subscribe, follow Ace Run Pro, and join us for when we get to round 2.